Hi there, Mike Mander here with another video about radios. Um, Pardon my voice, I'm just recovering from a bad flu. This is a bit of a teaser video. In the upcoming weeks, or well, hopefully weeks, but maybe months, I will be reviewing 3 different radios that I now own. This Eton Grundig Edition Satellit, so the Eton Satellit Grundig Edition, is the first radio that I picked up just before Christmas of 2017. My first shortwave radio in decades, the last one being an old Philips analog radio that in the late 70s that I had as a teenager, so it's been a while. I'm actually a photographer by trade, so to speak, so radio is just a recent hobby of mine again, and I'm kind of fascinated. So first, this Eton Satellit. The next radio that I acquired is this neat little C.Crane Skywave SSB radio, which is great because it has actually the NOAA weather bands 1 through 7. I travel a lot down to the U.S. desert Southwest, camping, hiking, taking photos, of course, and having this weather radio when you're in the middle of nowhere could be pretty darn handy. So the third radio is a Tecsun, but as you may have seen my previous video for calibrating a PL-660, well, this isn't a PL-660 actually, this is a PL-880. A friend of mine, I was over for a visit and showing him and his wife my PL-660, and she was totally taken by it. Loved the radio, wanted the radio for their summer house, their summer home, and I agreed to sell it to them. So I did an upgrade of sorts to this PL-880. So I'll be reviewing and comparing the user interface of these 3 radios, the build quality, maybe the reception, although the reception is going to be tough because honestly all 3 radios are very good. They each have strengths and weaknesses. I would suggest probably that the C.Crane, being the smallest radio, is the weakest when it comes to reception. It's got a shorter aerial, it's got a shorter ferret antenna for AM reception. It does not have a dedicated antenna jack, so if you're in a high noise environment with computers and whatnot, a grounded antenna cable, you can't feed it in, like you can the other 2, which can eliminate some of the static that you get. So, but, in away from the city, in quiet conditions, the little C.Crane radio does a great job. From a build quality standpoint, just as a little preliminary, I think the Eton is probably the best of the bunch. It is very well made. The buttons work well. The casing is very solid on it. It has things like a captive battery door that doesn't come off, which is fantastic, so you won't lose it. It has a very nice solid kickstand. It's got a double jointed antenna here, so that when the radio is sitting up at whatever angle, you pretty much have the flexibility of always having the aerial vertical. So, it's got a few benefits, but the other 2 radios are extremely well made as well, and no real complaints or concerns from a quality standpoint. While we're looking at batteries, a little preliminary. This is powered not by AA's, but by an 18650 lithium-ion cell, which is actually really nice, except that the radio limits you. It doesn't discharge it down below 3.4 volts, and a battery like that would be safe discharging down to 3 volts, so you're not quite getting the full capacity of one of those batteries, but it still has good battery life. Batteries on the Skywave here, it takes 2 AA's, and one thing I will say, it's got absolutely fantastic battery life considering it runs on 2 AA's only. So excellent battery life on this radio. So, each radio has quirks, pros and cons when it comes to the user interface. I'm going to try and, accurately relay those pros and cons to you in the future. So again, trying to review these 3 radios in the upcoming weeks. Might be months because I am so busy at work and with a personal life. This is just a hobby of mine, so I'm not making any promises. So that's the teaser for the 3 upcoming radio reviews: the Skywave SSB, the Eton Satellit Grundig Edition, and the Tecsun PL-880. Thanks for watching. It's Mike Mander signing off. Hope you all have a fantastic day.